Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Conover has opened up about helping Paige DeSorbo through a panic attack she had. This is something she had never experienced before. However, Craig was on hand to help her through it. Paige has also been vulnerable about the issue by talking about it to fans. Keep reading to find out more about the situation. Paige DeSorbo and Craig Conover have been dating for a while. One of the main questions they get asked is when they're getting married or having children. However, Paige always says she is in no rush to get this done. She wants to live her life a little more. It is nothing against Craig or their relationship. This is just a personal preference of hers. Viewers love watching the two on Summer House and Southern Charm. It gives fans an inside look at their relationship. Craig is ready to get engaged whenever Paige is. Paige DeSorbo ended up having a panic attack before she went on stage for a live show. She has a podcast and started a tour for fans to see them in person. However, one day did not go as planned. Craig opened up about talking her through it. Fans are glad that Paige is doing better now. It seems as though Paige did not know why she was having a panic attack. However, Craig had his phone handy and talked her through it. Fans appreciate Paige opening up about the issue. This is something a lot of people struggle with. Fans love Paige and Craig together and hope that they eventually get married. However, they are in no rush to get this done. What did you think about Paige opening up about her panic attack? Did it shock you? Sound off in the comments below. The summer sun poured its golden rays over the picturesque landscape of Charleston, South Carolina. With its charming cobblestone streets, vibrant flowers, and historic homes, the city exuded a warm, inviting energy. It was here, amid the beauty, that Craig Conover and Paige DeSorbo found themselves navigating the complexities of life, love, and the unexpected. The vibrant social scene was a hallmark of their world, where laughter flowed as freely as the sweet tea. Yet beneath the surface of their fun-loving personas, both faced their own struggles. Craig, a successful entrepreneur with a booming sewing business, was often the life of the party. Paige, with her sharp wit and infectious smile, was equally captivating. But like many, they carried their share of burdens. On a seemingly perfect day, the group had gathered at a waterfront restaurant to celebrate a friend's birthday. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the sound of clinking glasses and laughter. Craig and Paige were seated close to one another, exchanging playful banter that reflected their deepening bond. As the evening wore on, however, the laughter and excitement began to fade into the background for Paige. As she looked around, the noise intensified, echoing in her ears like a cacophony. The laughter transformed into a hollow sound, and the once welcoming environment began to close in on her. A familiar weight settled in her chest, and the first signs of panic began to creep in. Her breathing quickened, and she felt the world around her spiral out of control. Craig, ever observant, noticed the subtle shift in Paige's demeanor. Her smile faltered, and her eyes, once sparkling with joy, appeared distant. He reached for her hand, instinctively sensing that something was off. "Hey, you okay?" he asked, his voice low and gentle, cutting through the noise around them. Paige forced a smile, trying to mask her discomfort. "I'm fine," she replied, but the tremor in her voice betrayed her. As the laughter continued to fill the air, she felt an overwhelming urge to escape. The walls felt like they were closing in, and she struggled to keep her composure. Craig wasn't convinced. He had seen this before, not just in Paige, but in himself as well. Panic attacks could be insidious, sneaking up when least expected. He took a deep breath and squeezed her hand, grounding her with his touch. "Let's step outside for a minute," he suggested, his tone leaving no room for argument. Paige nodded, grateful for his understanding. As they made their way to the patio, the cool evening breeze greeted them, a welcome relief from the stuffy atmosphere inside. Craig led her to a quieter corner, away from the crowd, where the sounds of laughter faded into the background. "Breathe with me," Craig instructed, positioning himself close enough for her to feel the warmth of his presence. He inhaled deeply, raising his arms slightly, then exhaled slowly, guiding Paige to mimic his movements. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Paige watched him, her heartbeat still racing, but finding comfort in his calmness. She mirrored his breaths, feeling the tension begin to ease, if only slightly. Craig continued to guide her, his voice steady and reassuring. "You're safe, Paige. Focus on my voice." With each breath, the panic that had threatened to overwhelm her began to dissipate, like fog lifting with the dawn. As the world came back into focus, she felt the warmth of Craig's hand still clasped around hers. It was a simple gesture, yet it provided a sense of security that she desperately needed. "I'm so sorry," she finally whispered, a wave of vulnerability washing over her. "I didn't mean to lose it in front of everyone." "Hey, there's nothing to apologize for," Craig replied, his eyes softening. "It happens to all of us. You're not alone in this." He paused, searching for the right words. "I know what it's like. I had my own moments too. It can feel so isolating, but we're in this together." Paige felt a rush of gratitude toward Craig. His openness made her feel less alone, as if they were both navigating the same storm. "Thank you for being here," she said, her voice steadier now. "I don't know what I would have done without you." Craig smiled, the warmth of his expression melting away the remnants of her anxiety. "Always," he assured her. "You don't have to go through this alone. I'm here for you no matter what." As they stood together in the quiet of the evening, the stars began to twinkle overhead, illuminating the darkness that had briefly enveloped Paige's mind. The panic attack had been a storm, fierce and consuming, but with Craig by her side, she had found a safe harbor. After a few more moments, the weight on Paige's chest lifted completely, replaced by a sense of relief and connection. "Can we go back inside?" she asked, her confidence returning. "I'd like to celebrate with everyone." Craig nodded, pride swelling within him. "Absolutely. Just remember, if you start to feel overwhelmed again, we can step out anytime." They made their way back inside, where the music and laughter resumed. This time, Paige felt equipped to handle it, bolstered by the support of someone who truly understood. As the night continued, Paige found herself laughing and enjoying the festivities. The storm had passed, and she was grateful for Craig's unwavering presence. Their connection had deepened, not just as friends, but as allies navigating the complexities of life together. In that moment, under the Charleston sky, Paige realized that vulnerability was not a weakness. It was a bridge connecting her to those who cared. With Craig by her side, she felt empowered to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing she didn't have to face them alone.